I'm going to just go through then the Easter revision worksheet, the first question. So the first question, this one here. So question 1, it says, in the expansion of 2x plus 1 by x squared plus px plus 4, where p is an element of n, the coefficient of x is twice the coefficient of x squared, find the value of p. So unusual enough kind of question. Let's go through the wording of it just for a minute before we start it. So first thing is the word expansion. So if I'm looking at that word expansion, all that means is multiplying out. So multiply out. The next thing then is I have my two brackets sitting there. P is an element of n, don't worry about that. The next thing then, coefficient. So coefficient. Coefficient just means the number in front of x. So number in front. So number in front of x is twice the number in front of x squared to find the value of p. So what they're looking for us to do here is, firstly, I'm going to need to expand this bit here, like they've asked me to do, and then to find the value of p, the information they're telling me is that the coefficient, the number in front of x, should be the twice the number in front of x squared. So let's go multiply this out and see what we end up getting. When I multiply that out, I'm going to multiply 2x by all of this. So it's going to be 2x cubed plus 2x by px then. That's going to be plus 2p and then x squared. Don't worry about what order the letters are in. And then 2x by 4. Just the numbers always go first. Plus 8x. Okay, next I need to multiply 1 by all of this. So when I multiply 1 by anything, it's just a cell. So I'm going to just write out the second bracket. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add anything together that can go together. So I know that there's no other x cubed, but I know that this is an x squared. And I know this is an x squared, so they'll go together. And then I also know that I have this x, and then this x, and then the 4 will be stuck on its own. So when I go to write that out, I'll have 2x cubed, that's on its own, 2px squared plus x squared. So all I can do is just write them side to other because I can't really add them together, but I'll show you what we can do in a second. We're going to just write them together. Same with the 8x and the px. And then the 4. So I just really put them in order with the ones matching together. So they kind of go together and they go together. So now what we know from the question is that the coefficient, so the number in front of x, is twice the number in front of x squared. So if I put all the x squareds together, I know that the numbers in front of the x squareds and the numbers in front of the x have some kind of relationship. So I'm going to just I'm going to have the x squareds over here and the x's over here. And I'm going to ignore the x squared because that's just the way that I'm bunching them. So I'm going to say, okay, the numbers in front of x squared are 2p and a 1. And the numbers in front of x are an 8 and a p. Okay. So again, going back to our question, the coefficient of x, so the number in front of x is twice the number in front of x squared. So that means that this is double this. So that means to get them to equal, I can either half this or I can multiply this by 2. Now multiplying by 2 is generally easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply that by 2 and they should equal. And now I'm just left with this little sum here and I'm just multiplying it out. So it's going to be 4p plus 2 equals 8 plus p. I'm going to bring all the p values to one side, so it's going to be 4p, and I'm going to bring that across there, and it'll become a minus p, equals 8's already over there. I'm going to bring that across, and that's also going to become a minus 2. So I can get 3p is equal to 6, so p must equal 2. And that's how you do that question there. So really, it's just about trying to figure out the different words. So the main things now from here is that we know that expansion means multiply out, and coefficient means the number in front of x, or the number in front of x squared, whatever the coefficient of is.